Hey everyone, how is everyone doing? Um, Come in, join the live. We are talking about what is menopause today. We're going to go right back to where we began in March 2000, March last year, when we started the community and we started talking about what is menopause. So that's what we're going to be talking about this evening. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Hannah. Hi, Catherine. How are you? Welcome, welcome into the live. I'm just going to tap in and just let everyone know we are here. But do come in, say hi. Let me know where you're from. I'm in my car today because, this is the coolest place that I can find. The house is way too hot. So I had to come out of the house. The office is too hot and just sit in my car. I'm literally sitting in my car with the aircon on. This is the coolest place. So do bear with me if the phone's going a bit wobbly because I'm literally just trying to set it up in a nice position. So good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening. Do come in, do say hi. As I said, let me know where you're from. I'm just going to send let everyone know we are here. Hey, Claire, how are you? How are you? I'm sitting in the car. This is the coolest place, right? I'm good. I'm good. A very busy day, very productive day. But I was determined to have this live tonight and do a community live because there is nowhere cool in the house. So I've come out in the car, put the aircon on, put the engine on, put the aircon on. I'm fine with that. It's keeping me nice and cool. How are you? How are you? Hi, Angel. Welcome, welcome. Oh my goodness. I think the temperature. What's the temperature right now? It's 30. I'm looking at the car actually. It's 30 at the moment. It was a lot hotter this afternoon. It's too hot. For me, it's too hot anyway. That's what I'm going to say. Um, how are you, Angel? Thank you for joining the live. We are talking today about what is menopause. We're going back to the beginning when we first started the community, speaking about, what menopause is. So I'm going to go through the stages of menopause this evening. But feel free to come in, ask questions, let everyone know we're here. Good to hear that you are great, Angel. I'm good, thank you. Thank you for asking. As I was just saying to Claire, I have had a very busy and productive day. Hi, Sparrow, how are you? So do come in, everyone come in and join in. This is the Menopause Wellness Community, and I am Jackie. I am a menopause wellness practitioner as well as a menopause nutrition and weight loss management practitioner. And you know what? The community is here to educate us women about the menopause, right? We did not get given a booklet to say, here you go, this is what's going to happen when you reach to that ripe age of, when your body decides that it's going to switch over to a different, to that transition. We didn't get that information. So this is what the community is all about. Us building our knowledge, building our confidence, and just walking, empowering each other and walking with confidence and grace when it comes to this natural transition. I'm good. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. So if it hasn't been there for 2 months, just keep an eye on it, because it may be that you are at the perimenopause stage. It sounds like your perimenopause stage. So we're going to get into the stages of menopause now. Okay. So just again, welcome everyone. Let everyone know we're here. We have got our community ambassadors in the house. I believe Claire is in the house. Claire is one of our community ambassadors. We have 6 community ambassadors. We have Claire, Just Empress, Lulu, Samantha, Poetic Angel, and we also have Jen. So those, if our community ambassadors are in the house and, I miss your question, they'll keep me in check. So sometimes I'm a bit weak. I'm sorry to hear that, but you know what? This transition of life, some days we wake up and we're feeling great, and other days we wake up and we're not feeling ourselves. And I feel we have to allow ourselves to to go through the transition, because we can't fight it. We can't fight it. It's going to happen, right? So let's get into this, and then I'll answer any questions as we go along. Okay, I'll keep an eye on the questions. As I said, I'm in my car. This is the coolest place. So we're doing a carpool tonight. Very true. Yes, Sparrow. But if you're not part of the community already and you would like to be part of the community, feel free to follow. If you're on the For You page and you are interested in what we're talking about, feel free to come in and say hi. We are a non-judgmental community. Listen, it may be that you don't know anything about menopause. That's fine. That's why we're here. We're here to educate each other. Okay. Even though I am qualified practitioner, I'm not claiming to know every single thing, because everyone's journey is very different. But what I am definitely here for is to empower you so you feel more confident, more empowered to navigate through this journey a lot wiser. Yeah, this is what we're here for. Okay, so let's get into it. So we are talking about what is menopause. What is this menopause about? Because you know what? Back in the day, I don't remember my mother speaking about it. I don't remember my grandmother speaking about it. I remember them talking about something called the change, and didn't realize what it was until I became of age, right? The change was the menopause, because back in the day, women never spoke about it. And also, I always I've shared before, and I'll say it again, 90 years ago, right? Women heard, they didn't have a voice, or they didn't find their voice, shall I say. And actually, many of them were institutionalized. They were put in institutions because they didn't know what was going on, right? So every woman will navigate or will experience the menopause. Every woman is going to experience the menopause at some point in her life. That is a fact. Okay. So, what is the menopause? It is a natural life transition. It is a transition of where, when we get to a certain age, our body starts things in terms of hormones. I shouldn't say things. Hormones start to decline. They start to fluctuate as well. So, at a certain age in a woman's life, she will experience the menopause, right? So there are different stages of the menopause. So one of the stages is perimenopause. And perimenopause, generally, again, around the age of 45 to 55. When you research this, and you can go ahead and research this information, okay? Whatever I'm saying, you can go ahead and research the information. So perimenopause happens around 45 to 55. Now, I'm saying that in the loosest possible terms because it can happen sooner, and it has happened sooner for many women. How do you know you're in perimenopause? Well, there are going to be signs. Someone has already said this evening, right, that they didn't have a menstrual cycle. They haven't had a menstrual cycle for 2 months. Sparrow, wasn't it? You haven't had a menstrual cycle for 2 months. Is that normal for you? Okay, so if it's not normal for you, this is what we class as erratic. Your menstrual cycles are now becoming erratic because they're not doing the same thing that they used to. If they was every 21 days, 28 days, 27 days, however, they're not doing that anymore. Okay, so you've had a 2 month gap. So that is something to definitely take note of. What other symptoms are there related to perimenopause? So irregular menstrual cycles. Sometimes it could be mood swings. Now, these are the common symptoms that I'm referring to. Sometimes it could experience mood swings, brain fog, things like hot flushes as well. You can experience those. So this is where perimenopause. Now, once you hit perimenopause, it typically lasts about 4 to 8 years. Okay. However, it can be shorter for many women. It can be longer for some women. My perimenopause lasted 10 years before I actually hit menopause. Okay. So what happens? Your body is going through a lot of change. What is happening is that your progesterone is one of the first hormones that starts declining when you come to those stages of life. Okay, and then estrogen, that's the queen hormone. She will start declining, but she's holding on to things, right? She's definitely holding on to things. So you will notice the changes. But what I would say to you at that point is, you know your body. You are the expert of your body. No one can tell you anything different. You're the expert of your body, and that's what you got to remember. So when you're going off to the GP, like I went to the GP 3 times and I got turned away 3 times. Now, I knew that I was going through something because my body was telling me something different than what I was being told. But I was told that I was too young to be going through the menopause. But actually, I was going through the perimenopause at that time. So know your body and be confident about it. And actually, there's nothing wrong in going to get a second opinion. Okay, there's nothing wrong in getting a second opinion. Remember this. Your menopause, your perimenopause, shouldn't be determined by a blood test. There is a blood test that you can go and get. However, it's not always reliable. Your menopause should not be determined by a blood test. It should be determined by the symptoms you are experiencing. That's what should be taken into consideration. So when you are going to your GP and talking to your GP about perimenopause symptoms or menopause symptoms, it's important that you document things, and when you go to them, this is why you feel that you are in that stage of life. Okay, so be confident, be a better advocate for yourself. And if the GP is turning you away, ask for a referral to a menopause clinic, or ask to speak to a second GP to get a second opinion. Okay, so don't feel that a blood test will be the answer to what we're going through, what we're experiencing. It should be based on your symptoms alone. So your perimenopause, no matter how long you are experiencing it for, okay, now some of us may experience it and we experience maybe 1 or 2 symptoms. Some of us may experience and we are experiencing 5 or more symptoms, right? There are many of us out there that are experiencing a whole load of symptoms. When we look at symptoms, and we can talk about that another day, but when we do look at symptoms, what we've got on list over 90, over 120. I've spoken to a consultant, over 120. However, within the UK, 34 symptoms are actually recognised. So once you get from perimenopause, you then go into menopause. Now, how do you know you're in menopause? You need to experience 12 consecutive months of no menstrual cycle. So 12 consecutive months of no menstrual cycle. So if you start going from, like, I'll give you an example. If Sparrow is mentioned, I hope you don't mind if I use you as an example, Sparrow. You've mentioned about you haven't had a cycle for 2 months. Okay, so you're definitely in perimenopause there. If you are concerned about anything again, I would say go and speak to your GP, right? If you feel, don't remember, do not dismiss your gut feeling. We have gut feelings for a reason. So therefore, if you are concerned about it, go and speak to a GP. So let's go back to the menopause. You have not had a menstrual cycle for 2 months. You have to continue that not having a menstrual cycle for a further 10 months. So you have to have a 12 consecutive months of no menstrual cycle. So if you start spotting in between those 12 months, you go back to square one. So I'll give you an example. Before I hit menopause, I experienced about 5-6 months of no menstrual cycle, and then month 7 I had a cycle. So month 8 was my month 1 again. Okay, so you have to start the countdown again. So once you've had the 12 consecutive months of no menstrual cycle, what is going to happen is that the day after that, it's like a little celebration. Your body is having a celebrity, a celebration of no more periods are going to happen, and your reproductive system has kind of said, it's shut shop, right? And then the day after those 12 months, is menopause. So menopause is actually only one moment in time. The day after that, you're now in postmenopause. Okay, so postmenopause, I get asked this question a lot of the time. How long does postmenopause last? So to answer that question, you are now in postmenopause for the rest of your life. What can change, because things can change, the symptoms that you were experiencing in perimenopause and menopause, they can start subsiding. You may feel that, or you may experience that you don't have 5 or 6 symptoms anymore. You only have 2, or your symptoms completely go. What has happened is that your hormones, your estrogen, your progesterone, and your testosterone have declined. And they also, on declining, they start to fluctuate also. So because of that, you may see your symptoms fluctuating. So again, I would always suggest that you track your journey, track your menopause journey. I would, again, get to know your body. It's like getting to know your body all over again. Our bodies will tell us what's going on. Sometimes, again, someone made a good analogy a while back. Our bodies whisper before it screams. And it's important that we listen to those whispers. Really important. A lot of the time we can be, oh, it's hurting, it'll go away tomorrow. But it is whispering to us. We need to stop and take a moment to listen. That's what we need to be doing. And I don't know why, but we're not doing it. So when we're not listening to the whispers and our body screams at us now, this is when it may be at its worst point. So it's really important that we do listen, right? As I said, you are the expert of your body. No one can tell you anything different. If you're feeling pain, you know what the pain feels like. No one else can tell you how you're feeling pain or how you should be feeling pain. So that is your menopause, and then your postmenopause. So with your postmenopause, so it took me from perimenopause to postmenopause. I went from month 1 to month 6, then month 7, I had another cycle, then month 8, I started from counting from month 1 again. And that happened the once, and then 12 months later, I was in postmenopause. I experienced quite a few symptoms, maybe about probably 12 or 14 symptoms I was experiencing through the whole of this time. It didn't start off with that many. My perimenopause started off with one symptom, and that was night sweats. For me, it was night sweats, but my night sweats were so aggressive that I had to change the bedding during the night. It was just not nice at all. Yeah, and then it was hot flushes thereafter. So once you're in postmenopause, it can get better. It absolutely can get better. I'm not gonna, lie. For me personally, and do pop it in the chat. For me personally, if anyone's experienced things have got better, please share it. For me personally, things have got better. I've gone from experiencing about 12 symptoms and only experiencing 2 now. And that's my hot flushes and my night sweats. And I know exactly what exasperates my 2 symptoms because I've tracked my journey all the way through. So I know if I go and have a hot shower, I know I'm going to have a hot flush and possibly night sweats. So that's why I don't have hot showers. I have a cool shower. Yeah. And that way it's just better for me. So there's certain activities that I try and avoid, or if I do it, I am going to be mindful that it could exasperate my symptoms. So again, just getting to know your body and exactly what your body is telling you. Listen to your body. Welcome everyone. I'm going to go back to the comments. Welcome everyone to the Menopause Wellness community. My name is Jackie. I am a menopause wellness practitioner as well as a menopause nutrition and weight loss management practitioner. This evening we are talking about what is menopause. Please feel free to ask questions. I do have the the panel open. If you want to come up and have a chat, feel free to do so. We meet up every Wednesday at 8 p.m. British Summer Time. As I said, today we're talking about what is menopause, and next week I've already put out on our page that we are going to be talking about managing symptoms. We're going to have a conversation about managing symptoms. This is all about us educating ourselves and understanding this menopause transition a lot better than we are understanding it. So I'm going to just check any questions if I've missed any. But welcome. Claire is our community ambassador, one of our community ambassadors. Presh, thank you for sharing the live. Listen, I need to turn up this aircon, man. Jeez, what is going on? That's better. I didn't have it turned up on my face because I'm busting a sweat right now. My goodness me. Yeah, thank you for sharing the live, Presh. Welcome. I appreciate that. Thank you for all the likes, everyone. Let me just see. I'm going to just start asking the questions and seeing your comments. And let me see. Is that Bilkis? So many women don't realize that they are in perimenopause, especially. Yes, they don't. Because you know what, as well, it's not really spoken about, is it? You know, we don't go around meeting people and saying, oh, hi, by the way, my name's Jackie, I'm postmenopause. We don't do it. I feel it's a subject matter that is, sometimes it's a taboo in certain communities as well. They don't want to talk about it. They don't pass this information on to children. Women are not, I'm not saying to go and shout from the rooftops, but we should be more confident about talking about it, because then the more confident we are talking about our menopause journey, the more support, appropriate support, we are going to be able to tap into, right? You think about it. I've just mentioned about how many symptoms they are. Thank you very much for the roses. I've just talked about how many symptoms there are that are associated with perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause, right? Over 120. Now, only 34 is recognized. Why is that? Because I truly feel that it's only 34 that is recognized, because that's all, you know, we've been speaking about. But I feel that the more we talk about it, the more we prepare our daughters, our granddaughters, our nieces, the better equipped they're going to be. But absolutely, it's about having those conversations, and these conversations need to be open conversations. We need to be transparent about, because sometimes as women, we get asked that question, how are you doing? And we say, I'm okay, but we're not okay. And we've got to understand that it's okay to not be okay. Absolutely is. So, you know, at the moment, I'm finding things a bit of a challenge, because my hot flushes are, you know, disturbing my sleep. They are, you know, I'm not able to concentrate, all those things. Why are we not transparent about it? Because it's nothing to be ashamed of. It really is nothing to be ashamed of. This is a natural life transition that we go through. Just like puberty, we are going to go through the menopause. So why are we not talking about it? Because we absolutely talk openly about puberty. We talk about it in schools, puberty. All right, it may not be in depth, but we get enough, don't we? Right? But we're not talking about menopause. We need to be talking about it. And I truly believe we need to be talking about it in schools. So by the time we get to the maturer ages, we are equipped, we've got the knowledge to support ourselves better, right? Because what we do in our younger years through our menstrual cycle, how we are eating, how we are moving, it is absolutely going to have an impact on our menopause journey. Absolutely will. Because I know if I'm not eating right, my symptoms are going to be exacerbated. I guarantee you. A lot of it is to do with what we are eating, what we're pouring into our body. And remember, it's not just about food, it's what we're putting on our skin as well. All this, you know, creams we're using, the makeup we're using, is soaking into our bodies. And it can absolutely have an impact on our systems that is trying to work and work for us, you know, so we have to be mindful. But absolutely, yeah, we need to talk about it a bit more. And this is what we're here for. This is what we're here for. You know, this is why our community we have our own book, right? I was looking at, I'm actually in the process of putting the ebook together. So that will be out shortly, but we do have our paperback book. I didn't bring it with me in the car. Hot, Wise and Unapologetic, A Journey Through Menopause with Power and Grace, because it's definitely a journey that, you know what, we have to be kind to ourselves. We definitely have to be kind to ourselves. We have to give ourselves grace, and we need to walk this journey unapologetically. Absolutely need to walk it unapologetically, right? It is nothing to be ashamed of. Absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. Prash, you're welcome. You are welcome too. So yes, it's very big taboo in my community. My mum suffered a lot, and I'm going to break the taboo. Yes, I want to hear that. Absolutely. Can you hear that? Absolutely. That's so nice to hear, right? You are not afraid to break a cycle. Absolutely. Because you know what? History repeats itself, doesn't it? Yeah, what happens to our parents or to our grandparents, again, that cycle happens again and again. Do not be afraid to break the cycle, right? Good for you. Because, yeah, it shouldn't be a taboo. It should not be a taboo to talk about. There's a lot of things happening in the UK. I'm not sure where you're from, but in the UK, there is a lot of things happening around menopause. There's a lot of laws. There's a lot of, you know, pieces of legislations that have been added onto. A lot of workplaces are doing things now, a lot more now than they were before. So things are shifting. They are shifting. They are shifting slowly. But I believe that we need to be open and speak louder. Use our voices. Come on. Listen, when you're ready to shout at someone, right, that's annoying you, you use your voice, right? Use your voice for this situation. That's what I'm saying. Use your voice. Um, Thanks for reposting, everyone. Thank you for sharing the live. Thank you for educating us. I've learned. Oh, you're welcome. That's what we're here for. That is what we're here for. Me, those of you who know me in the community, right, you know that I love a research, yeah? I love to research. I am constantly researching on things. Because again, I'm not claiming that I am not sitting here saying I know every single thing about this, because I'm still on my journey. I'm in postmenopause, and there's still things I'm learning about myself, and I'm learning about my journey in this life transition, right? So, however, there are going to be sources that I can go to get information. And this is why it's so important for us to communicate, because no two journeys are the same. This is why our voices are such a powerful tool. It can be a powerful tool if we use our voices, because your journey is going to be completely different from somebody else. My journey is going to be different from yours, and vice versa, right? So it's very important. There could be 25 of us right now that are experiencing hot flushes. However, those hot flushes will be different for every single one of us. Remember, I've shared before on a live that hot flushes can last from anything from 3 seconds to 10 minutes. That's a big difference. Yeah, I don't mind having a hot flush for 3 seconds. That's fine. I can deal with that. But if it's hitting my body for 10 minutes, no, listen, I don't want it. How am I going to deal with that? 10 minutes is a long time. So everyone's going to be very different. And this is why I feel I'm so passionate about, we need to speak up. We need to use our voices. And I know us women, we got voices. Just think, when anyone's upsetting you, right? You're going to find your voice. So let's start finding our voices for this situation right here. But yeah, if you would like to come up, feel free. Just send me a request and I can pop you up. I won't just come and ask you to come up if you don't need to. Would you mind sharing the live out? Oh, thank you, Claire. You know what? When I come into the community, I never really monitor how many people are in the room, because if it's one person, then I'm having that same passion for that one person than I will to 10 or more, you know. I never keep an eye on that, and I never keep an eye on how many likes I've had. It's afterwards I realize, because I'm not here for that. I really am passionate about empowering myself and other women about navigating through this journey. Seriously, that's what I'm here for. um so let me see, hold on. If you are wanting to, if you'd like to come up, guest, I can see someone has got a guest, one guest request. Okay, let me come up. I just see the guest request. If you're still here, so yeah, I'm not about that. I just me, it's not about followers. I just want to empower you, because this is something that we shouldn't be afraid to talk about. We should absolutely not be afraid to talk about, right? And if we are finding it a challenge, then it's okay to say that. Because if we're not saying, if we're not being transparent about how it's dealing with us, then how can any practitioner put the right support in place? Make it make sense. Every time you go and get asked that question, oh, how is it? Oh, I've been okay. Well, you know damn well it's not okay for you, but you insist to say it's okay. You're not being transparent, are you? Let's start being more transparent. Thank you for reposting. Um, oh, thanks, Claire. Oh, Claire, you know, I got to give you props. I gotta give you some props, girly. Can everyone hear me properly? Do you know what? I could put that on and then it's coming through because I've connected to the car. I thought I turned the connection off. You would have told me if you couldn't hear me by now, right? Just seeing my lips move and not saying anything. Jackie, how was your sleep been? Listen, let me tell you about my sleep. It's not even funny, because me and my husband decide to not sleep together, isn't it, in the same bed, because the body heat is too much. So we're actually sleeping separately. I'm not ashamed to say we're sleeping separately because I can't deal with the body heat, each other's body heat. So last night, it was my turn to go downstairs. And to be honest with you, we've got spare rooms, but it's just too hot upstairs. Downstairs is a lot cooler. In my house, downstairs is a lot cooler. Temperature rises, okay? But let me tell you something. I was busting a sweat. It was too much. It was way too much. When my husband's sleeping downstairs, so we're taking it in turns to alternate. When he sleeps downstairs, he leaves the windows open, right? Last night, I refused to have the windows open because I had in mind, maybe I was just thinking way too much. I had in mind that I've got shutters at my windows, and if I leave the windows open, I've got in mind that I'm in my deep sleep and someone's going to be passing and pop their head through the door and just see me legs akimbo. I'm not having that. So I had to shut the windows. But yeah, I'm not sleeping. I'm not sleeping at all. How is everyone else sleeping in the evening? Are you managing to sleep in this heat? It's not good. I'm finding it. I'm struggling. I feel the same. Yeah, you see? Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe I'm just like, my brain's just doing too much right now, but my windows are closing. If I'm downstairs, my windows are going to be closed. Unless it's the back window, because no one can get in from the back. But the front windows, a person that may think, oh, the window's open, let me just try. Nah, you're not coming into my space. So the window's closed, but I've got the fan on as well. My sleepy. I'm sorry to hear that, Jane. Listen, yeah, and you just don't know. It's just, I find that my sleep has just gone terrible. I'm not getting any sleep, or probably maybe an hour or 2 hours a night. And I can't sleep during the day. And I've also realized, I did a post about this the other day, I've also realized that my appetite, oh my goodness me, my appetite is zero. This morning I didn't have breakfast. I had my herbal tea, I had some water, I had my coconut water, and then my husband said to me, do you want some lunch? And I said, no, I just don't feel hungry. I don't feel hungry. But like I said in the post, in this heat, our body is prioritizing staying cool. So the digestive system isn't great. So this is why it's suppressing your appetite. So I'm trying my hardest to eat little and often, but it's not working. It's not working for me. So this today I've had some salad and some salmon with half an avocado. Of course I have my avocado, right? That's what I had. That's all I've eaten all day. Because I know I needed to eat. I needed to fuel my body, but I just weren't feeling. I just didn't even when I was eating it, I just didn't feel to eat. Um, how's everyone else getting on with their food? Are you able to eat? And I'm finding that I'm trying to eat less heavier foods. Um, I'm trying to eat more water rich foods. Um, yeah, and just little and often, but yeah, it's not working. I'm hoping I'm going to get there, but you know what? I don't know. If you got any suggestions, pop it in the comments. I appreciate it. Tossing and turning fan on the cover. Oh my goodness me, Jane. Let me tell you something. You see this thing? I saw someone's post the other day saying that they need to have the blanket over them. And I'm like that. Although it's hot, I won't have the blanket on me. It's not even a blanket, it's a sheet. I've literally taken my quilt out of the sheet, the quilt cover, and I'm sleeping with the quilt cover on me, right? But I can have it off of me to begin with. But at some point during the night, I have to have it on me, even if it's just on my legs. I don't know. Call it a psychological thing, but I have to have it on me. Hey, Just Empress is in the house. Just Empress is another community ambassador, so feel free to reach out to our community ambassadors. We've got Claire and Just Empress in the house. Listen, these people are out here with no top, man. Yeah, so feel free. Oh, Sonia, I'm going to accept you to come up if you wish. I had a request. Feel free if you would like to come up and have a chat, feel free. We are talking about what is menopause this evening, but we can ask questions, any questions around menopause. Those of you who just joined in the community, welcome to the Menopause Wellness community. I am Jackie. I'm a menopause wellness practitioner, as well as a menopause nutrition and weight loss management practitioner. Now, I'm in the car this evening because this is the coolest place. I've got the engine on and I've got the aircon on. This is the coolest place. I couldn't find a cool enough place inside the house, so I came out into the car. So please bear with me if the phone's all over the place, because I've just got it on my lap on a stand. Um, but yeah, do share how you are navigating through. As I said, let me just go and check some messages, not messages, comments. Yeah, and do you know what? Some days we wake up and we're feeling, some of us may feel great, some of us may feel, I'm just feeling okay. And that's okay to feel like that. And then other days we will, not even some days, other hours later, some hours later, you're feeling different. You're completely feeling different. But it's okay to be feeling like that. It's okay for your mood to just switch like that, because this is a part of this transition. Remember, as I said, I'm going to use that analogy. Our body whispers to us before it screams. Please, queens, listen to the whispers. Listen to the whispers. Because if we're not listening to those whispers, you see, when our body screams, listen, when it screams, it may be too late at that point. Let's listen to the whispers a bit more, right? Yeah, Janie, I'm really sorry that your sleep is terrible. I don't even know I wouldn't know what advice to give, because I'm finding sleeping a challenge. I feel a lot of us are finding, even those who are not even navigating through the menopause, but for us navigating through the menopause, whatever stage we're at, it may be now exacerbated because of this heat. Absolutely exacerbated. So do you know what? Before I go to bed, listen, as I said, this water bill, listen, I can't be counting the water bills, because I'm having shower. Before I go to bed, my husband, I'm going to go in the shower. I'm going in the shower first. I need to have a cool shower to cool the body down. But the moment you come out of the shower, you're busting a sweat again. What is going on? It's just too much. It's too much. Someone said to me the other day, what are you complaining about? Listen, I've got all rights to complain. I will complain and complain and complain, because that's what I want to do, isn't it? Right? That's exactly what I want to do. Let me see, some comments are filtered. Let me see. But how is everyone? Let me know where you're from, what part of the world you are from. If you're new to the community and you like what has been being discussed and you want to be part of the community, we meet every Wednesday at 8 p.m. British summertime. All you need to do is follow. Next Wednesday, we are talking about managing symptoms. So we're going to go into symptoms. But we're going right back to where we started. We started the community, well, I started the community March last year. And I just wanted to go on and just, because I had that journey myself where I was turned away from the GP 3 times. I kind of felt isolated and alone. I didn't feel that I was getting the appropriate support. And that being pushed away 3 times prompted me to go and get better knowledge than I had. So I just went and educated myself a bit better by just going off and researching. Then I came across some courses and I thought, right, I'm going to go and train in it. I wanted to train for myself. I did it for myself, to be honest with you. And it just gave me some better knowledge about the menopause. And then I just thought to myself, right, if I felt that way, there's likely to be other women out there feeling that way or similar, right? So I said, no better than supporting them, and let's educate each other. This is the whole point of the community. As I said, our motto is, what is it? Many voices, one community, many voices. This is what it's getting twisted up. My words are getting twisted this evening. Listen. Anyway. Tossing and turning, fan on. Yeah, listen, it's a thing, isn't it? This is definitely a thing. Yeah, and they're not eating. The appetite is suppressed, absolutely suppressed. But it's important that we've got to recognize that although we don't have an appetite, we do need to have something. We do need to fuel our bodies. Yeah, just salad and nuts for me. Again, if that's working for you, Janie, that's it. That's what you're having, just eating salads and fruit. Yeah, we tend to, don't we? A lot of us may tend to eat less heavier foods in the summertime. Lots of salad and fruit and things. Yeah, I can eat fruits for days. Let me see. One guest request. Okay, I'm gonna just pop you up. If you want to come up, feel free. Just send me a request and I can pop you up if you wish. But yeah, just eat what you feel is right for you. If you're able to still eat your pastas and your rices and things like that. I was going to have rice this evening and I thought I can't manage rice. It's too heavy. I feel too hot to eat rice. To be honest with you, it was too hot to even put the cooker on. It was bad enough putting the salmon in the oven. It was just too much. Hey Sonia, how are you? Yeah, you just don't want it, do you? You just don't want it, but you get to the point where you think that, you know what, although my appetite has been suppressed by the heat, my stomach is growling and saying to me, Jackie, you need to put something in me because I'm hungry. And I can hear it growling, but yet still I just don't feel hungry. So I have to eat something. I have to use the fan at night. Me and my husband have different body temperatures, heat modes. Listen, Presh, as I said, I'm not embarrassed to say it. Me and my husband has made a pact. We agreed. We have to stay so many feet apart, right? We have that pact. We're not sleeping in the same bed right now because it's too hot. Body heat on top of body heat. That's not working for me right now. So we're sleeping separately. Absolutely sleeping separately. It's too much. It's absolutely too much. Even sitting on the sofa next to each other. Listen, I need my space. I just wanted salad and cold orange. Sonia, you're going to eat whatever you feel necessary, but as long as you're fueling your body, thank you for the heart, me just Empress. My husband don't like the windows open like you. We have shutters. Okay, so yeah, he don't like the windows open. The thing is, if I'm downstairs or I'm about physically walking around and things like that, and I know I'm up and alert, my windows can be open for days. But the moment I'm going to sleep and close my eyes, it's different for the bedroom, but the bedroom windows are upstairs, right? But you see that I'm in the living room. We're alternating to who's being in the living room at the moment because that's the coolest place at night. I'm not going to open the window. No way, Jose, am I opening the window. No, sir. For somebody to come try and take their luck to think they're going to look through the window. No way. Mm-mm. Not doing it, Star. And I know me, for me, I'm not going to even put my mouth on it. The moment I leave the window open, something will happen. I'm not going to invite nothing to happen. Not going to invite anything to happen. Um, I don't know. My brain's just working overtime. Listen, this heat is making my brain work different. This heat is moving different on me. Um, Listen, the heat is too much. I don't know. I've tried. I've got a cooling pillow. I'm going to invest in some cooling blanket. It's just all this cooling. My husband has said to me, we need to get aircon in the house, but we're not buying it now because it's going to be expensive. He's right. Go and get aircon or a decent aircon unit in the winter time because whoever's selling it to you are going to be selling it 10 times more than they need to. That's the reality, right? So we have to get it in the winter time. Um, So welcome everyone. I'm just looking through I used to love the heat, not so. But do you know what, Sonia? The heat is different over here. Are you in the UK? Let me know if you're in the UK because I say this. You know what? My husband and I travel frequently, right? And when we travel, we go to hot countries. And the heat is different. When there's that heat, whether it's the Caribbean or wherever, right? The heat is different. You get the slight breeze with it. The heat over here is just, oh my goodness me, it's humid and there's no breeze with it. It's not nice. It's really not nice. Unapologetic. Yep, definitely. I'm definitely walking unapologetically in this journey for real. Exactly, no breeze. I seem to sleep okay, to be honest. Oh, I'm good. I'm happy for you, Sonia. I don't know what you're doing. You need to give me some of what you got because I can't sleep. Let me tell you something, right? Last night, it was my turn downstairs. And I'm telling you, I had just a little t-shirt on. In the night, I woke up. No, seriously. I said, no, I can't do it. I was sweating, right? Everything got backed off. Everything got backed off. That's how hot. It's too much. It's absolutely too much. I had this sofa. So I'm happy for you that you can sleep in this heat. Um, oh, Janie, yeah. Vertigo is on the list. I can send you the list of the symptoms. And now, when I send you the list, if you would like it, all I need is your email, but don't pop it in the chat. DM me your email or go onto the community page and click on the email link. And it will open up an email for you and just send me a message. I'm the only one who checks the email, so I will send you the symptoms list. Now, the symptoms list is not to overwhelm anyone. Seriously, it's just about raising awareness because you could come across a symptom on there and look at it and think, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that was associated with the perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause. So many women, when I do menopause cafes, so many women, and I put out these lists, they say, oh gosh, I didn't realize. Even a woman the other day, I was speaking to her, she's in postmenopause. And she said, my goodness me, I didn't realize UTIs could be associated with the postmenopause, the menopause. Because she's been going to GPs for years and years and being given antibiotics after antibiotics. Look at that. So it's just about just raising awareness because sometimes these lists are just eye openers for us. So I'm happy to send you the information. Remember, all the information that I gather together is for us in the community. And I give it to you. I give it to you for free. So just email me and I will, or DM me and I will send it over to you. We have a water hose ban in Kent. Listen, this water hose ban, to be honest with you, I don't even have a water hose. I just listen. I don't even bother with the water hose thing. It's just a madness. Has anyone tried a cold water bottle? No, what's the cold water bottle? Now, you see, by the time I come off here, I've got a big list to go and buy stuff tomorrow now. Cold water bottle. Is that like a hot water bottle, but there's cold water in it, right? I think I've seen someone talking about that. Does it actually work? Um, Listen, I am up to trying anything just to keep cool because besides walking around with a shower on tap, what else can we do? Because even right now, the clothes that we're thinking about what type of clothes to wear is still hot. It is still absolutely still hot. Let me just. If I see a request, I'm going to click on to accept it. If you come up, you free to feel free to come up. If you don't want to come up, it's absolutely fine. There's no pressure. Hi, Becca. How are you?
Hot. How are you?
Um, you're hot. Yeah, and you know what? I'm a bit cool now because I'm in the car with the aircon, so I'm all good. I'm going to turn this down a minute because yeah, was it you said about the cold water bottle, didn't you?
It's my best friend. Can you see me?
No, I can't see you.
Oh, yeah. So it's a hot water bottle, but then you put it in the freezer.
Oh, right. So how do you use that? Do you put it at your feet at night, or do you just leave it in a certain? Just
I
leave it
put
in
it
the bed?
everywhere.
Okay.
I literally wrestle with it. I'm like, yeah, I wrestle with it.
So you're finding that that's keeping you cool.
Yeah,
Oh, I might try that because I've got two hot water bottles at home. So you just put it in the freezer. You put water in it, do you?
yeah. You put water in it and then put it in the freezer, and then what I find helps the most is if it's by my feet.
Yes. Yeah. And you know what? You say feet, and I'm smiling because I was just taking note of myself the other night and I was upstairs in the bed and I felt hot. And why is it that we just put our feet out and that feels enough, right?
Yeah.
Just having your feet out of the sheets feels enough. So yeah, I'm going to try that tonight. Thank you very much. I'm absolutely going
Um,
to try
and
that.
And also, I was in Aldi today because that's my favourite thing, like supermarket, favourite place to
Yeah,
go with the aircon. And I was down the freezer aisle, and I kept on opening and closing the door so the coldness would just hit me. And this
I'm
lady
telling
was
you.
like, "Are you alright?" I said, "No, I'm hot. I had to put a bra on
Yeah,
today to come out. I'm hot. I'm sweating. No matter what I wear, I'm
I
hot."
hear you.
And then
I,
she recommended something called I haven't tried it yet because she only told me today, but sage tablets.
oh, sage, yeah, yeah, sage is quite good.
Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, she was just giving me all this stuff to try, and I was like, I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what? When we're trying things, again, I would always say before we try it, we do our research on it because it
Yes,
will it will respond differently to everyone,
to everybody else,
right?
yeah,
So just ensure that if you are on any medication or have any health conditions, you are checking and doing your due diligence. Is it okay to take?
yeah.
Because
I'm a bit of a
remember,
nerd like that.
yeah, and it's good to be like that. Stay that way
Yeah,
because you have to just do a because what works for one person may not work for someone else, and this is the
yeah,
thing.
definitely.
But no, thank you for that hot water bottle. As soon as I get in, I'm going to put it in the freezer because that's the thing that I do. I deliberately open the fridge for no reason, just to put my face in there. Yeah,
Yeah,
keep cool. But no, thank you very much. I'm going to try that and I'll report back to you next week to see how it was because it makes sense. I'm always tucking my feet out of the bed.
yeah.
And so if it's at the feet, then yeah. And I'm sure it's gonna at first, when you first did it, was it like a shock? Because that's gonna be very cold, isn't it?
Well, I wrap it in a tea towel,
Yeah,
um,
makes
because
sense.
it is freezing, but it's the only thing that's saving me at the moment.
Mm. Right, well, suppose that whoever's got a water bottle tonight, if they
Put them
haven't
in your
tried it
freezer,
already,
guys. Put them in your
put
thank
it
me
in the
next week.
freezer. Put it in the freezer, I
Yeah,
suppose. And yeah, that's gonna definitely try that tonight, definitely.
yeah.
But
But it's
no,
nice
thank you
speaking
very
to you.
much. Yeah, thank you, Becca, for coming up. And if you're not part of the community already, feel free to join. And we'll be back on Wednesday. But we're going to keep chatting for a little while longer. I'm going to go and see any more messages are here, and then I'll
Okay.
sign off. But have a
All
lovely
right.
evening.
Thank you. Might have to hang up because I don't
Bye.
know what I'm doing, to be
Okay,
honest.
let me
Yeah.
drop you out back down into the community. Listen, do I even know? Okay, here we go. Disconnect. Oh no, not me. Yes, disconnect Becca. There we go. There you go. Listen, this thing's moving different on me. It wasn't like that before. Before, when you clicked on it, it didn't say disconnect, but it's all changing now. Do you notice this platform just changes every 5 minutes? I suppose they upgrade, right? Okay, so let's come back to the comments. I seem to sleep okay. Okay. Sonia, I want to know exactly what you're doing, how you're having a good sleep. How you're having a good sleep. Because even I find that even if I'm really tired, and I don't really go bed late. I'm in bed by 10 o'clock the latest. Sometimes I will be in bed a bit earlier, but I just can't. I don't know why. I feel like the heat is a contributing factor, but my eyes are just wide open. I can't sleep, and when I do try and get to sleep, I'm busting a sweat, so I wake up. Um, yeah, it's awful, isn't it? And I don't even know. Us ladies, us queens, we don't sweat, we glow. But we're doing a heck of a lot of glowing, isn't it? A heck of a lot of glowing. Thank you for the follow, Leah. My voice is just getting a bit hoarse. A good tip to feel the hot water. Absolutely, Claire. I'm going to be definitely trying that tonight. Thank you, Becca. Definitely trying it. I remember I did see someone talking about it on social media, and I just kind of swept past it. But yeah, definitely. Becca's told us now it works. It works. Don't touch me. Don't breathe. Listen, I'm telling you, the distance is real. This is some distance. I'm telling you, I love my husband dearly, but you know what? You see, in this heat like this, oh no, it's not happening. It's not happening. Arthur Rose, welcome, welcome. Good evening, Queen. Welcome, Sonia. You're from Essex. Where is everyone else from? My Essex lady. I'm in Essex on Friday. I'm coming down to Essex on Friday. I'm in the you're in the UK, Presh. I had most of the that's I'm sorry to hear that, Sonia, that you had most of the symptoms, and that's not nice, you know. But you know, I'm just trying to think about when my symptoms just kind of disappeared because I've been in postmenopause for 3.5 years now, postmenopause. And I remember my symptoms started to decline once I hit postmenopause. Um, but I know they declined even more when I changed the way I was eating food. I'm telling you, I noticed the biggest difference when I changed the way I ate and when I moved more. So, you know, I just feel that we just need to be mindful of what we're eating. And don't get me wrong, don't deny it. I used to eat chocolate every single day. I don't eat chocolate every day, but you see, when I fancy a piece of chocolate, I am not denying myself of it. I'm not going to deny myself of it. No, don't worry, Afra Rose, you're here. We've been talking about what is menopause. We've gone right back to the beginning and we talked about what is menopause. So we went through the stages of menopause, perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause. What I didn't mention actually, when you hit menopause, again in the UK at the age of 45 to 55, however, typically at the age of 51 in the UK. That's what I didn't mention when we went and discussed menopause. Sonia, are you putting a request in to come up? I wasn't sure if you was putting a request in to come up. Yeah, but you're welcome, Afia Rose. It's nice to see you. I'm here. I'm new here. Hey, is it Alami? Have I pronounced your name correctly? Welcome to the community. Welcome, welcome. New here and had your estrogen levels checked. Did you have you had your estrogen level? No, I've not. I've not had my estrogen levels. Estrogen. I've not had them checked. I just refuse to go back to the GP. and talk to them about my menopause at all, because I went 3 times. I did have at one stage, I did have the blood test, I forgot what it's called, HSF. I can't remember. I've got initials mixed up. I had the blood test, but it came back showing that my levels were normal. And this is the thing, your blood test, there is a blood test out there. However, sometimes it comes back showing your levels are normal. And as I said before, your determinant of your perimenopause, you're going through this transition, it should not be determined on a blood test. It should be determined on your symptoms. What symptoms are you experiencing? This is why, track what's going on in your body. Your body whispers before it screams. Yeah, but I definitely don't need to go back now, because I definitely know I was navigating at the time through perimenopause. I've hit menopause and I'm now in postmenopause. I had a consultation with no, I actually had a scan because I had some pain in my stomach, and they found out I had kidney stones, but kidney stones, the pain's gone. So I don't know, my body must have flushed it out naturally. And the lady turned around and said to me, "Oh, when was your last menstrual cycle?" And I said, "I don't have them." And she turned around and looked at me and said, "Why don't you have them?" And I said to her, "I'm in postmenopause." Because there are some women that are still in their 60s that are still having cycles. So everyone's very different. Everyone's very different. Becca, okay, I missed a joke. Oh, Presh Birmingham, welcome, welcome. I was in Birmingham not long ago. I travel far and wide. Hi, Nikki, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the community. Welcome, welcome. If you are not part of the community already and you'd like to be part of the community, please feel free to follow. We are here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. British Summer Time. Tonight, I'm just in my car because that's the coolest place that I could find. So, but yeah, 8 o'clock British summertime every Wednesday. And next Wednesday, we are talking about managing symptoms. We're going to talk about symptoms, and I'll have the symptoms list with me as well. Happy to go through it again. But really and truly, I'd like to know how you are managing symptoms. Let's share how we've been managing our symptoms, because it may just be a light bulb moment for somebody else, right? And as I say all the time in the community, we're not judging anyone. So what you choose, how you choose to navigate through your journey, it's working for you, it works for you, right? One size does not fit all. So if we are sharing information with each other, fantastic. However, if you come up against something that you feel that, oh, I might try that, please, please, please do your due diligence. Please go and check that, is it okay to take? Because not one size doesn't fit all. What works for one person may not work for someone else. And particularly if you've got any health conditions or existing health conditions or on any medication, I would not want you to start taking that new thing and it exasperates and causes an issue. So do your due diligence, please. Even when I say I'm sharing information with you, right? As much as I say to you, I haven't plucked this out of thin air because it's research and what I've studied and things like that, I urge you to go and do your checks as well. Go and do your checks. Oh, Jackie said this, I'm going to check it. Please go and check it as well. Don't just take my word for it. Okay. I find the gym helps me feel. Oh, really? That's interesting. I said to my husband today, he cancelled his gym member. He said he can't take the gym in this heat. And I said, yeah, I'm not going back to the gym. I'm not going to the gym. I don't go to the gym anymore because it's just, yeah, too much. Way too much. I suppose if you've got really good aircon at your gym, that's a bonus, right? But if you've got a gym that you go to and the aircon isn't sorted out and it's not working great, it's just going to be too hot in there. But we do whatever we feel is right for us. This is the thing. As I said, you are the expert of your body. You know what your body needs, and your body will tell you. So I got hiccups. Your body will tell you what it needs. But it's important that we really listen to our bodies. Um, really listen to our bodies. Right, what's the time? It's almost 9 o'clock. Listen, it's starting to get dark out here. This is the thing. I said to my husband, I'm going in the car to do this live. And I said that I don't know, I'll probably just be about an hour because once it starts getting dark in here, and I can see curtains twitching around here, people must be thinking, what is that woman doing in her car? Who's she talking to? Um, but that's their business, isn't it? That is absolutely their business. But if anyone would like any information on symptoms, on hormones, on foods that can help. Again, all my lists that I have, all the information that I have, is not information to tell you this is what you need to be doing. It's information to educate you in terms of, oh, maybe I didn't know that. Oh, and actually, I might try that, but still with going to seek medical advice if you need to. Right? It's just all about empowering, raising our awareness, building our knowledge. That's what it's all about. I did want to come on, but we'll do next time now. Oh, Sonia, you're welcome to come up. You're welcome to come up. There. Let me see. You can come up. I'm not going yet. We got time for you. We've got time for you. Hey, Sonia.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, I'm listening in. I did find you sometime last year on here, and I was listening. I follow you anyway, but
Okay.
I just came on just now and I was listening in and I thought, yeah, because I know you're going to speak about the symptoms next week, you said, but I'm not around next week. And I know we touched
Oh,
on it a little bit here, so I thought I'd pop
feel
on
free to talk
quickly.
about it. Feel free to ask
Yeah,
questions and talk about it now if you like.
as I say, and I had literally so many of the symptoms,
Yeah.
I went through it. I was like, well, I'm 62 now,
Okay.
but I think I think it was during lockdown. Actually, it was the worst for me.
Yeah.
It was, going to bed, having the heartbeat in your head.
Yeah.
I was frightened to move because it settled down, and I was scared to move because I thought if I moved, it's going to start again. Then I had the dead
Mm,
leg. So, turn. It was really the weirdest thing. You try and turn, and it's like my leg. What's wrong with my leg? I can't move my leg.
yeah.
Right. I had that. I had obviously the hot flushes, palpitations, anxiety, the whole thing. But
Mm,
I swore to myself, I thought, what, I'm not going on HRT. I don't want any of that. And I didn't even really speak to my doctor about it because I thought
yeah.
I know what they're like.
Yeah.
So my tips really for the community here and what I did is I thought, right, well, I did gain some weight around the tummy area as we do as
Mhm.
middle-aged women. And
Yeah.
I just was in a really shitty place, right? And I thought,
Yeah.
right, I'm going to go on a diet. So I joined the one-to-one diet. And I did that along with my daughter to support her.
Yeah.
And then I thought, I just want to lose like a stone and a half. So I did that and started to feel good again, right?
That's
And then I
good.
thought, right, what I need to do, I'm going to start doing more exercising. I mean, I've always been quite a healthy eater anyway, but I thought I'm going to
Mm,
just focus on my food a bit more.
yeah.
Meditation really helped me. And you know
That's
what? And
good.
it was about staying away from anything that was negative. I
Ah,
don't read the
love that.
paper. I don't watch the news. My husband's always got the news on, and I say, turn that off. I'm not listening to Sky News
Yeah.
that's repeating itself, right? And all this stuff. And I started to feel, you know what? I was the worst person through my menopause. And
Mm,
when I did that for a couple of years, I would say 18 months to a year,
mm.
sorry, a year to 18 months, my family were like, oh my God, like we've got Sonia back, because I
Oh,
was
that's good.
awful. My mood
Yeah.
swings, I was snappy, I had everything. It was horrible, horrible, horrible.
Yeah.
And by meditating, cutting out negativity, any
Mm.
anything, any people that, like people that like to sabotage you, and if you're, because you're
Yes.
losing weight or you've gained weight. And I thought, no, you've got to go. This is about me right now.
Yeah.
And honestly, I tell you something. When I lost the weight and I changed my diet a little bit and started exercising more, meditating, and all this thing, I started to feel great again.
Yeah,
Trust me. And
that's good.
now I feel really good. You know, the odd symptom may come up like a little bit hot, you know, and
Yeah,
you know, I couldn't sleep. I was just going through the mill. But I just
yeah,
think tweaking, like you said, the diet sometimes, negativity is a must. You've got to get rid of it. That because when you're
absolutely.
feeling low already as a woman going through the menopause and you're
Yeah,
around that negative, it makes you feel 10 times well. You've got to cut that off. And once
yeah.
I
Do you
did
know
that,
what?
it was brilliant.
I love that for you, Sonia. Absolutely love that for you because yeah,
Thank you.
I had similar experience because you have to choose your battles, you know.
Yeah,
You have to
yeah.
choose your battles. And when these battles come to you, you decide, no, I don't want it. So you just bat it right back where it came from because you're not entertaining it. And I feel that
Exactly.
as we get older and more wiser and more, more gracious, I feel that we stop putting up with people's bullshit. Excuse my language.
Exactly.
We
No,
stop
but it's
putting up with
true.
people's bullshit. And I don't take people's bullshit. And you know what? If someone's got an issue, a lot of the time I say, that's your issue, that's not mine.
That's right.
It's really
Exactly.
not my issue. And I don't want it. As I said to my husband not long ago, I said, I don't do stress. I don't like stress. I choose not to invite stress into my life. I don't want it.
100%, 100%. And, you know, like I think Parisia's just mentioned that she hates her belly fat. It's so hard to lose the weight. I
Mm,
had that myself, and not that I'm plugging it, but because I did the one-to-one diet, I actually became a consultant because I learned so
okay.
much about it and the nutritional side of it as well.
Yeah.
And I've trained in it now, so I've got the level 3 in nutrition. Your
Yeah.
tummy, you can't. I mean, the key is water, right? We
Mm,
have to drink our water. That
yeah.
is what helps to get the because we carry a lot of fluid.
Yeah.
You may not realize it, but the belly fat can go, and it's the diet, and it's
Yeah.
a
It is what you
Mediterranean
eat.
diet. Yeah, it is what
Yeah.
you eat. It is what you eat.
Absolutely. Like you, I noticed a big change when I started to eat differently.
Yeah,
When I
yeah.
started to eat differently and move more, I noticed a big change.
That's it. That's
I
it.
think I went from a size I was wearing a 14. My tops were probably a 16 because I'm top
Yeah,
heavy. But
yeah, yeah.
now I've gone down to a size 10.
That's great.
I'm
Do you
wearing a
see what
size
I'm
10.
saying?
And that was the fact that just from eating differently and moving more. And
This
this is
is
why I
a
get upset with myself at the moment because it's so hot in the morning. If I don't get out of the house at a certain point, particularly if I'm not working,
yeah.
um, physically working because I work from home a lot of the time. If I don't get out for a certain time to catch to get my walk before it gets too hot, I get upset. So I thought,
Yeah,
right, that's it. We've got these little weights inside the house. So I said, right, even if it's 20 minutes, I'm gonna start
right.
going back and do my weights. I've got my stretchy bands. I've got the
Yeah,
little step there.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I said,
yeah.
no, because my body is crying out for movement.
Yes, and you feel the difference because, like in the
Yeah,
winter last year, because I did join the gym again as well. But in the winter last year, I bought a treadmill because I thought I'm not going to the gym in the winter. I'm not coming out of my house. So
yeah,
I bought one on TikTok, and it's I use it if I can't get out to do my steps and all that. I do get jump on the treadmill. But
yeah,
like you say, it is about you know, it's a really dark place, the menopause, but you can get out. You will get out of it. You will get out of it. And it's
yeah,
just our bodies just going through change. And because
yeah.
we don't really know, we didn't learn about all these things because when I started my menopause in my 40s, I
Mm,
just got the hot flashes and I thought, oh, I can deal with all that. That's fine. Not
yeah.
realizing that there was a truck coming behind me to knock me down, boy.
A
And I
truck,
was like, yeah, because
a truck.
it felt like it, and I was like, "What is what?"
Yeah,
I didn't know what I thought. I was going out of my head. I had
yeah,
no idea what was happening to me until I
yeah.
started doing my research and reading up on things and talking to friends and all these things. And you will get through it. And the key, one of the main tips I would say is meditation. If you just relax that brain of yours and just lie down for like 20 minutes, you may fall asleep.
Mm,
That's good because your body's crying out for that as well.
yeah,
And
absolutely.
vitamins and stuff like that. Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll get through it, honestly.
Yeah, and do you know what? This is why I appreciate communities and support groups because we can sit here and talk with each other and find out,
Exactly.
like As soon as I get in, I'm putting hot water bottle, well,
Exactly, the
cold
little
water bottle in the freezer. That's
that's
what I'm
it.
going to be doing when I get in.
Yeah,
My husband's
that's
probably
it.
going to be looking at me thinking, "What are you doing? Listen, I know what I'm doing. Just leave me."
Yeah, it's a girl thing, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
absolutely. But no, I'm so happy that you came up and shared your journey because you know what, it is very different for everyone,
It
and
is, it is.
what you know, it's everyone will. Yes, it's is it something that we can navigate through? Absolutely. But I feel that
Mm-mm.
it's really important that we kind of find our own paths to do things. And it's really um, good that we have communities like this because we can hear other people's ideas and tips, what they've been
That's
doing,
right.
and it's been
Yeah,
working for them. And it may just give us that light bulb moment that that is something that I never thought of. And
exactly.
actually, I'm quite confident to go and try that myself, you
Right,
know?
exactly, exactly. And I think, I mean, as for my sleeping, I find that well, my husband tells me that I'm sleepy because I'm snoring, but, but I think what it
That's
is
a
for
sweet
me,
sleep.
yeah,
Mm,
exactly. I think what it is for me because I'm retired now, so I'm at home,
yeah.
so and I look after my mum lives with us, so
Okay.
I do stuff in the day. I'm always busy. I'm more busier than I
Yeah.
think I was when I was working, but. Um, so I think when it gets to bedtime now, I'll go to bed, but I can't. My brain still is active. So as usual, I'll go on
Yes.
my phone for a while
Yeah.
until the phone ends up falling in my face, and then
Yep.
I'm out of it because I know I'm really really tired. But I fight
Yeah.
sleep sometimes, I think. But once I go off, then I'm good. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, well, no, I'm really happy for you. And, you know, long may it continue. And
yeah. I hope
it's good
so.
that you are feeling great and you're kind of you've
Yeah,
worked in partnership with your, I say this all the time, work in partnership with this menopause, right? Because
that's
it's
it.
not something we can fight against because we're not going to win that
Right,
battle. We need to work in partnership with it and just
exactly.
walk with it and speak more about it. Don't be afraid to talk
Hmm.
about this journey because it is a natural
It
transition,
is a
right?
natural thing. I think our parents probably made us feel like it was taboo because I've never heard my mum speak about the menopause. All I remember her is that when she probably had a hot flush, she would say, "Sonia, I need a glass of water, please, but I need it now." But I didn't
Yeah.
take no notice of that. But now I know what she meant. But apart from that, I didn't
Yeah.
see her really going through anything unless they just covered it up well from us. But
Yeah. Yeah. And I say,
but
do you know what? Let us be the generation that breaks
right.
that cycle.
Exactly, exactly. We need to
Let us be
and
the
teach our
generation
young
that
ones
breaks
from
it.
early what to expect.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. But
Okay
no,
then.
thank you, Sonia.
You're
Um,
welcome.
I hopefully we'll see you soon. If we're not seeing
Yeah,
you
yeah,
next week, we'll
yeah. I'll
see you
come back on
soon.
again. Yeah, definitely.
All
All right
right. You
then.
take care.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Okay. So listen. Let me see. And I know I just mentioned Presh. Listen, do you know what? You can absolutely, that can go. That can go. That's something that we do because of the estrogen and the progesterone. That that is going to be, that's is what tends to not allow us, that what tends to causes us to put weight on the in the midriff area, right? Um, so there's things that we can do. And again, walking, moving, I will say movement has helped me personally a lot. You've heard it from Sonia. Sonia come up and spoke about her journey, you know, a bit and shared with us this evening. And again, she's found that moving and changing the way she eats has helped as well. Do you know sometimes, and we've all been probably guilty of it at some point, we are raised and we've grown up learning certain ways, right? And for us as adults now, that's the way we've been taught and that's the way it is. And actually, sometimes when we look deep into it, when we dive deep into it, actually it's not working anymore. And we've just got to recognize that it's okay to pause, stop doing it, and unlearn it and relearn something new. That's what we've got to do sometimes, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with stopping, pausing and saying, "Do you know what, it's not working, I've got to try something new." You will do that when you are ready. um Sims, hi, how are you? Thanks for this. So, oh, you're welcome, you're welcome. I'm going through all the things. So those of you in, if anyone's in the Bexley area, I'm going to say it now. If anyone's in the Bexley Heath area on, or is it the 22nd? It's on the post. 22nd. I will post it. Bexley Council have a menopause cafe, a quarterly menopause cafe. I'm the one who facilitates it, and I'm going to be going there in 2 weeks' time, 22nd of July. And it's 12 till 2. It is free to go. And we're going to be talking about mental health, menopause and mental health, this cafe. So feel free to pop down, say hi. You don't have to stay the whole out the 2 hours. You can just come in and stay for a little while and go. A lot of people popping in their lunchtime, but there are some people that will stay for the duration. So that's Bexley, but do look on the page. I am going to sign off now because my legs are feeling a bit cold in this aircon, but I tell you, it was nice and cool in here. I'm going to sign off the 2 ways I always sign off, trying to balance the phone on my leg, you know. The first thing I do is give a virtual hug to everyone. And the second thing, I always tell you and remind you that you are absolutely not alone. If you feel alone after the live has ended, please reach out to someone that you trust, someone that you can speak to, listen, and that they will listen. If they don't understand you, hopefully they will start trying to understand you. Yeah. It was a great chat this evening, isn't it? I think I should do some more chats in the car. And I will see everyone next week, Wednesday. Please look out for the post because there's a lot of things happening in the post. The ebook is coming out soon once I get it uploaded, and lots of other things happening. Okay, so keep an eye out on the community page. Thank you very much, everyone, and I will speak to you next week. If I don't see you next week, have a blessed week and stay blessed, everyone. Bye.